Good morning, everyone. It's odd that I use a 15-minute chart, right? Because, it's not my thing. It's also odd that I'm using a line chart. But I want it to be very clean and let you have a look at what I see overall happening today. And let's just look at the turquoise line and realize that we've got a bit of an updrift. It's kind of one of those sloppy little updrifts, and we have really no idea where it is that we're going to go at the end of the day. But here's the thing. If we want to look in generalities, in terms of, okay, let's say this is our rotation event that we're looking at. And we'll call this the bottom. Oddly, don't ask me how, 1055 is the print that I got yesterday on the ES, and now we're looking at 1081. I have no idea. I have no idea why, just not even going to think about it because it'll make my head hurt. But what we're looking at is another two critical mass points. We have the 1131 point that we had real trouble getting over yesterday after our recovery. And now we have this 1127 point, so we're sort of sandwiching ourselves between these two events. So if we are thinking about the way channels break, we want to look at this region and this region potentially, right? 1126.50, 1127, give it a little bit of room. If we break below there, the 1126 area, chances are we will continue on the move down. And if we break above 1131, I think it tried 1133 and rolled over, so we might ought to keep that number in our mind. We're going to recover. Other than that, there's nothing else that my crystal ball is telling me. So here's my recommendation. Be wise. Watch the moving averages. On days where there's mass hysteria, we can take advantage of these events if we continually just move our stops down as we move forward, or move our stops up as we move forward, remembering that we need to give it a little bit of room because of these gigantic jumps up and down that blow stops all the time, which of course is the reason that I use mental stops, not physical stops. But that just means you need to pay very close attention to your work. That being said, today I think is going to be pretty interesting. A lot of people are calling for low volume and pretty non-eventful. I can tell you I don't know. And so the best thing for me is not to have that preconceived bias, because every time I have it, it bites me in the you-know-where. So that's what it is that I'll be looking at today. That's my focus is on how well do we get out of these channels, this channel forming here, and if we don't, well, we'll just play the bounces, right? You can make a lot of money moving from one end of channel to the next. So let's just pay attention and see if this ascending triangle that we're seeing right here eventually breaks. And a lot of folks say ascending triangles break to the downside. From a probability perspective, I don't really know that it's that much more than 50-50, frankly. So we're just going to watch. Wherever it breaks is where it is that we need to pay attention to. Correct? So keep alert. Don't get frazzled if things start to move in a crazy way. Revert to your moving averages. Take a look at your levels and be calm in your approach to the market. I know easier said than done, but if you try to plan to be that way, then you're much more inclined to actually be that way. So, amidst my caffeine-induced mania that I'm experiencing right now, I wish you a good day, and I'll see you all in the fight.